Good morning. I have no clue what time is it. That's the thing. Many times happens something different, and you will notice if you travel. I mean, like us, and you change place maybe every day. The funny thing is, in the morning is that maybe you wake up and it's still a little bit dark outside, and most of the time I have to think about like 10 seconds where I am, because sometimes I just lose the memories of where we park, and so I mentally figure out the road that we did yesterday, and okay, we are in this parking. So we are in San Pedro de la Pereira, I think. We're on the North Spanish coast in Cantabria. Maybe. I even don't know where we are. Jesus. Today I'm out. It's Friday. No, I think it's it should be Cantabria, but I'm not sure. But should be. Or maybe it's Asturia. I will check. I think maybe it's Asturia. Yes. A really nice place. We never visit here. It's not something fancy or touristic, and but it's really quiet. I can do a 360-degree, so you can see that's Mark and the red bucket that somebody loves so much, and the beach. It's really nice, and yeah, we're gonna stay here for part of the day because we have a meetup in Oviedo to get my surfboard and the gas trot. And yes, I will do 2 videos, tips videos about how to install the gas trot on the back door and how to install the gas trot for the pop-up roof. So yeah, we're gonna spend here the morning working for a new client I got from Canada, and as I need research and kind of script development, Mel will work with me on these projects, so we're gonna start soon. What route will you take through France? I think we're gonna probably the main plan, if we can stick with the plan. We go to the Basque Country, and then we enter south through Biarritz, and mainly travel all the Atlantic coast of France, because we have some place we want to hit, like the Dune de Pilat. It's like the biggest dune in Europe, and some other place in Brittany. Maybe Omaha Beach. We've never been there, and could be interesting. So we got some. That's pretty much the road. Anyway, I want to chat about car sharing, because it's something that we don't do right now anymore, simply because we have Ziggy. So we did car sharing back in 2012, 2013, and 14, and was really good because we save a lot of money while traveling. We did as buyer and as seller, if I can say that. So we use mainly 2 websites, and I put a link in the description with one of our resources on how to travel for cheap. One was BlaBlaCar. At that time was free. Now it's still free. I mean, you can open an account. It's not paid one, but they take a little commission. I think it's about 2-3 euro if you get the car sharing. And then the other one, I think, was a UK website called Carpooling. So 3 years ago, we travel in a different way. So now mainly the setup, we have our luggage in the front, just between the dashboard and the passenger seat. The passenger seat, it's always turn, and Mel, she usually sit in the back with Ziggy. That's one thing we saw, that if we leave Ziggy behind and Mel sit in the front, he will try to come in the front as well, and that could be dangerous while I'm driving. So that's the way. It seems like a princess with her chauffeur, but that's the way we are used pretty much from several years to travel. Also because we don't have every morning to move the bags, and usually before, yes, we move the bags, we put them in the bag, but now the bag is Ziggy space, so we have to leave some space. And we don't have every morning to do all these movements. But yeah, back in 2012-13, we have 2 seats available in the back. And at that point, I was working for a website called Avenue 822. My job was to go in different cities and find some amazing local shop, like handmade, and do a small video interview about the shop. It was really a cool job. So I think was summer 2013. We travel 7 weeks in 7 capitals or big cities. We start from Munich, then Vienna, Prague, Berlin, Amsterdam, Brussels, London, and Paris, I think. And we know that we are on a kind of time schedule. We usually spend a week in each capital, and we know that Sunday will be the driving day. So a week before, we used to put all the information on BlaBlaCar and on the other website. And we usually have 2 extra passengers. It's pretty easy to use the website, and we never had problems with any of these people. Actually, with some of them, we stay in touch. Of course, it's more easy if your journey, as was it's like in between, for example, Berlin and Amsterdam. And not in between 2 towns, 2 small unknown towns. So yeah, it was pretty good for saving some money, because, for example, I remember Berlin Amsterdam. I think it's about 500 kilometers. I think that, let's say, with diesel and the autobahn in Germany, it's free, but my expenses should be about 80 euro maybe of diesel, and I think I get 30 euro for each passenger. So at the end, I spent 20 euro to get from Berlin to Amsterdam. And it was pretty good, and we had the lucky maybe to always find super nice people, and as I told, with some of them we stay in touch even after. And yeah, that's a good way. And we use BlaBlaCar as well as passenger. The last time was a long drive from Milano to near Caserta, I think, but it's in south of Italy. It took like 10 hours. With Ziggy, it's when the van came back from Canada, so we have to go to take it in Gioia Tauro. It's the main harbor in south of Italy. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't expensive. I think we spent, it was around, yeah, probably €40 each. So €80 for two people, with comfortable car. You know, it's for us, it's better because especially for the dog, we can stop and we take a leak and we continue. And anyway, less expensive than the train. Um, and then I use it for myself several times, even before to have the van to travel, for example, from Prague to Frankfurt for €25. So yeah, it's a good way if you have the possibility and you have some extra seats, for sure. And you know, sometimes you want to do like a long trip. Um, yeah, it could be a good way to not spend so much money. We never had a problem for a meetup, even if we don't have a cell phones, but we always manage with internet to organize the meetup and to pick up the person. A funny story that I remember, we traveled from, I think was Amsterdam, London. So we arrived in UK, and we took the ferry, and we have two passengers. And at the border, good morning, sir. We talk like that in UK. I said, good morning. And I give the passport. So we have the Bulgarian registration. So the lady there, she took 4 passports: an Italian passport, mine, a US passport, a Swiss passport, and a Turkish passport. So these were the two people that we were carrying, a girl from Swiss and the guy from Turkey. And the lady, she asked me, so, well, that's interesting, lot of different passports. So from how long you know these people? I said, well, a couple hours. She looked at me like, okay. So I have to explain. So we're using a car sharing. So we pick them up in Amsterdam, in Holland, and then we travel. It was kind of funny. Yeah, so if you have some extra seats, it could be a good way to save some money, especially if you plan ahead your trip. Uh, we can't really do it now, not only for the space, but also because we changed the way we travel after that experience that summer. 1 week, one country. Oh, it was too much. I don't really like. We like slow travel, and we prefer now. For example, today we're gonna move 50 kilometers. Now we're traveling a little bit more faster in order to get to Ireland. But yeah, it's nobody will be interested to take car sharing from middle of nowhere like here to Oviedo. So yeah, so that's the thing. Well, it's a little bit chilly today. Well, we are in north of Spain, so it's not Algarve anymore. And yeah, as I told, we're gonna spend the day here. Yesterday, I checked the beach with my surfboard, but not for surfing. For some of you that doesn't know, I work for the European Community as a tester for salty water. So I have to go with my board to drink a lot of water and then to report how salty was the water. So I did like hour and a half yesterday drinking salty water. No, it's good. There were some good waves here as well. So I might take the board again this morning and check the waves. That's it, guy. I still don't know what time is it. You tell me 8:29, but it feels like 7:29. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I wish you a great Friday, guys. Tonight, 8 p.m., the vlog. It's really interesting. With the police give us a fine. Have you got your ferry booked? No, not yet. We don't want to book things too much in advance because we don't know what will happen and we don't want to waste money. But we plan, the better plan will be if we get around the 15th of April in the Cherbourg area. We're probably gonna take the ferry like the 20th, so we're gonna book a week before. So at least we know that we are in the area. We can visit some places and wait 6 days for the ferry. The simple thing is that I don't know what I know that can be less expensive if you book before, but at some point. I don't want to be too tied to a plan because we never know what will happen. We were supposed to be already in Oviedo this morning, but we're gonna stay here. So, every day things change a little bit. So, and something that I really don't like is to waste money because we're not millionaires, so we have to go with a budget, and I don't want to find myself in the situation where I spent 150 quid on the ferry and not be able to take it. So that's what we will do. That's part of the thing. Okay, guys, I will go back because I put the Webasto on to get a little bit warmer. See you tomorrow. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. And keep being flexible. Okay, I will see. You can do it with open dates. I will check on that. Bye-bye, guys.